What is going on, YouTube? Reverse John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday. And we've made it now, guys, into 1992. We're going to be counting down my personal favorite Top 5 songs of that year. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. At number 5... Plush by Stone Temple Pilots off of their debut album Core. This is, I believe it was the first song that was released as a single from the album, and what a strong one it was. I mean, I could have gone with several different songs from this record, Creep being another one that I absolutely love, Wicked Garden, Sex Type Thing. They had so many hits off of this album, but Plush was the one that really felt like something a little bit different. Of course, they were compared a lot at the time to artists like Pearl Jam and Nirvana, who had already kind of paved the way for grunge and alternative rock to be at the top of the charts. But Scott Weiland and the rest of the crew, they really showed what they were all about on this song. With really the guitar work on this is so cool when you really hear the different guitar chords being used, implementing different kind of jazzy and fifth and seventh chords into this that it wouldn't seem to work in a rock song, but they do so well, especially being performed electrically. Of course, they did play it on Unplugged later, and that was a really cool version as well. But for me, the original version on the album, so good. And so cool, the different transitions of this song, the verse, the pre-chorus, the chorus, absolutely love it. And that's just my number 5. So now at number 4... Washing of the Water by Peter Gabriel from his album Us. This is such an amazing song that I feel doesn't really get its due because, when you think of Peter Gabriel, you think of the hits like In Your Eyes and Sledgehammer. And usually for me, I like his more up-tempo stuff, but this I think is one of his greatest ballads ever written. He's got a lot of great ones, but this one is it's so slow and it takes its time to grow and breathe. And by the time Gabriel gets to his haunting falsetto, when he's saying going away, it's just so beautiful, man. It's simple, but it's elegant and it's got so much soul and warmth to it as well in the message of the lyrics and in the performance. I just think it's one of his best and the standout for me on that record, which has so many other great songs on it. But gotta have it on your list. So now at number 3. Wood by Alice in Chains, the closing track on the album Dirt, which I think is their greatest album of their entire discography. I mean, starting off strong with songs like Them Bones and Damn That River, but ending off really strong with Wood, which also ended up as the opening track to the single soundtrack, the film directed by Cameron Crowe, which kind of gave a little bit of a Seattle grunge vibe kind of movie. But this, Alice in Chains, I feel like they were almost ahead of grunge in a way. Like Facelift came out in 1990 before Nirvana hit it big in 91, but man, Alice in Chains, they're just one of the best rock bands, period, and one of the best to do it in that time. And man, Lane Staley's vocals on this song, just incredible, especially at the end when it gets to that climax with the "If I Would, Could You?" And the bass playing is so cool, opening up the song. Jerry Cantrell on guitar. It's so cool, like how the verses almost don't even seem to work, but then because they're just so unusual. Alice in Chains, no one else sounds like them. It's almost like very hypnotic. But then when it gets to that big chorus, man, that "Into the Flood Again," just incredible, powerful stuff. And that's just my number 3. So now at number 2, Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. off of Automatic for the People. what an amazing record and what an amazing song. I mean, again, I could have gone with so many different songs off this album, Drive, Man on the Moon, but this one I think is the one that everyone loves, and for good reason. I mean, it's just such a healing song. I think I've talked about this on my channel before, actually years later after this album came out. I was going through a tough time, and I would listen to this album and this song specifically over and over again, and it just made me feel better. It's one of those just beautiful songs that has this kind of healing element to it, and it's not just the lyrics, which are very kind of straightforward about everybody hurting, but hold on, it's simple, but in its simplicity, it is beautiful and just as powerful as a song like Wood by Alice in Chains, even though it's very laid back and simple arpeggiated riff by Peter Buck. But man, the way Michael Stipe performs it and the way the whole band brings in strings on top of it to make it extra over dramatic and emotional. It's the kind of song that could be cliche if someone else did it, but R.E.M. earnestly does it so well, and that's why it's my number 2. So now at number 1, So What You Want by the Beastie Boys off of Check Your Head. I had to go with a fun one as my number 1 for this year, and this is just one of my favorite hip-hop songs of all time. And it's almost weird calling it hip-hop because this was really the first album where the Beastie Boys were not just growing as rappers, but also as musicians. They were playing all their own instruments on this song, in particular, drums, bass, and guitar, and some keys in there as well. And the sample that they use to add to the drums just make them sound huge. It is an amazing production on this song that really stands the test of time. The lyrics are so fun. It just sounds like they're having the time of their lives making it, but it's also like, it's a heavy song, man. Like the guitar sounds big along with, that no riff. It's so cool. And I remember some friends of mine and I, we used to, think we were good at basketball. We weren't, by the way. We would make videos of each other dunking. Of course, we had to lower the basketball goal to like 8 feet to be able to dunk because we were, tiny. I'm still not a tall man by any means, but we'd make basketball videos, and I remember we had one with this song in the background. And we just thought we were so cool, which we were not, but So What You Want makes you feel cool when you listen to it. Absolutely love still blasting it in the car to this day. So what you want? So fun, man. Gotta love it. And that is my top 5. So let me know in the comments below what you think. What would your top 5 be? If you're so bold, leave me a top 10. So many great songs that year. The 90s, man, they were great. So many different styles, genres of music, and it was all fantastic. So, guys, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Thank you for watching, and as always, Viva La Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.